Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Thoughtful Leaders, an initiative on the thoughts on education by collegedunya.com. College Dunya is one of India's leading education portals catering to students, parents, and education industry players who are seeking information on exams, cutoff, student reviews, or applying to colleges. Thoughts on Education initiative is to enrich the user experience at collegedunya.com and try to bridge the long due gap between the vision of top management and the students or parents. Today, we have with us Dr. Hoshi Bhiwandiwala, Director and
Hoshi Bhiwandiwala.
Yeah,
Hoshi Bhiwandiwala.
Hoshi Bhiwandiwala. Okay, so I guess today we have with us Dr. Hoshi Bhiwandiwala, Director and Dean of NIEM. Welcome to the show, sir.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Yeah, sir. Yeah.
My pleasure, my honor.
Okay, sir.
And my greetings to everybody at College Dunya.
Yeah, sir. Sir, so beginning with the interview, my first question to you is, you have held the key positions at Education Institute throughout your professional career. What keeps you connected with this sector, and how has your experience been so far with NIEM?
Yes, in my life, I have been associated with many educational institutes. I started with Narsimunji College, NM College, where I had a long stint of 25 years. NIM, I started in 2000, being the Dean and Director, and I'm still the Dean and Director. Being with the education sector is a pleasure. It's an honor. It's wonderful. For example, events and education have been my passions for life. Education is so important, but most important thing about education for me is that I live with the young ones. Yeah. These young budding event managers make my life. It gives me the cheer up to go ahead and have a great time. So it is a pleasant experience.
Okay, sir. So moving on to our next question, I'd like to ask, being the Dean and Director of NIEM, what is your philosophy of leadership? Or how would you describe your leadership style as?
Yes. Leadership is, according to me, to lead by example. Means you should first do it, then you tell your juniors to do it.
Yeah.
Listen to everybody. Now, this is something which many leaders don't have. Carefully listen, because everybody can teach you. My students teach me so much. So listen to everybody, motivate and inspire, because that is important. But at the end, I'll add, we have to be firm when it needs to be firm.
Yeah, sir. So moving on to our next question, how do you strategize about the key programs and plans for the marketing and administration of your institute as being the Director of NIEM?
Yeah. See, marketing is general. Everybody has to market. The best event or the best educational institute would be a nicely kept secret if we don't. It's a world of marketing. Yeah. So we do all sorts of marketing, social media, newspapers, everything. And we sit down and plan our marketing details. We go about everything. Join with websites like you, and it makes all a difference, all the world. But social media is something which me from the old school of thought knows less. So I depend upon Shan and my other younger colleagues.
Okay, sir.
That's what it is all about.
Okay, sir. So moving on to our next question, how does the curriculum of NIEM ensure the best practice of industry?
Yeah, good question. As you know that NIEM was the first institute in Asia to start an event management course.
Yeah.
So, for us, it is so important that we give an excellent course to the industry. Somewhere in 1995, I started planning. I was a professor in Narsimunji College. Perhaps at that time, I was a vice principal. That is the time when I decided that why not have an Indian event management course. So the first step that I took is I Indianized everything. There's a big difference, beta.
Yeah.
You go to a foreign show, they may start on time systematically. Of course, that's what India has to learn. They may do everything very well, but they are quite boring. Indian shows are creative, colorful, thumping. So I had to Indianize everything. Even in a marriage, they just have a church marriage, we have lots. So I had to Indianize that. I kept on putting inputs from various event companies And event companies gave me a lot of inputs. My staff gave me, my faculty gave me inputs. I gathered from net. I did everything. I ordered books from Amazon, read them, Indianized them. And at the end, I can say even my students teach me a lot.
Yeah.
So all this put together, we have put up one wonderful course and we have never stopped researching. The curriculum improves every year.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, sir. So moving on to our next question. Any insights into how NIEM could be more welcoming to the students of different races or economic backgrounds?
All at NIEM, and especially me, would never tolerate the idea of a divide, caste, communal or anything. In our vaguest thought, even when I was 8 to 10 years old, till I'm 63 now, we would never think of anything like a caste or community. This type of communal or social divides, they irritate me.
Yeah.
So everybody is equal here, everybody gels well. Talking about economic part, of course, being a professional institute, we don't give big scholarships or all that. We just can't afford it. But we are very human in the approach. Very reasonable, not reasonable, very reasonable fees. We give them a lot of installment. And at the end of the day, we are very human in our approach. So
Okay.
I can say that.
Okay, sir. So moving on to our next question. What do you think? What would you like to the people to know about your institute that they may not know about it yet?
Yeah. Something about our institute that people would know, that we teach, we train, everybody knows that. But we also nurture. We are a family. And if for NIEM you can put this line, NIEM cares.
Okay.
You can ask any student of NIEM. There is a lot of care. We always behave like a family.
Okay.
My alumni also comes back as family.
Okay, sir.
So we care.
Yeah, sir. So moving on to our next question. What do you think your roles and responsibility to the institute and students are?
You can say I do everything. Because if I don't do everything, there could be a little mess.
Yeah.
I've got an excellent staff. I got wonderful faculty, but I poke my nose in everything. But mostly it is supervising, nudging them to do. But the biggest stakeholders, of course, faculty is excellent. My staff is excellent. The event companies are excellent. But the most important stakeholders are my students. And I can proudly say, we are now in the 21st year. NIEM 20 years is only and only due to its students. So they are the biggest stakeholders.
Okay, sir. So moving on to our next question. What do you think should be the institute's top priority over the next 10 years?
Yeah. One is, of course, to make ourselves much better. Improve. We are already rated as number one, but still improve, because changes and improvements are a never-ending process. Research more. Get my students to have the best of placements, best of events, best of internships. Keep on improving the curriculum. But most important, I would say that we want to put our country, our dear India. India is already big in the event field.
Yeah,
Trust me, we are on the top countries. But I want to put Indian events on the national flag, a national list. Indian
Okay.
events are now a big draw.
Yeah, sir. So moving on to our next question. What do you see as the greatest strength of NIEM?
NIEM's greatest strength, good question. Again, I liked it. A credible institute,
Yeah.
very credible institute. It delivers, it teaches, it trains. As I said, we nurture. We have some of the best faculty, workshops. So
Yeah.
every student comes out satisfied. I'll give you as one small example.
Yeah, sir.
There was the Economic Times IWA Awards, which were, normally all institute gets awards and all that for doing good work. We were lucky ones to get the IWA, Economic Times Award. It was only and only because for customer satisfaction. They rated us 99.8. I couldn't believe and this is a secret poll taken off all the ex-students. I'm so thankful to my students that they really loved us.
Yeah.
So you can say we have a satisfied kids with us.
Yeah, sir. What are the biggest challenges that you see for NIM?
Yeah, there are a lot of challenges that we'll have to bring up with new ideas, new technology, come up, see that we deliver to our stakeholders. Two main stakeholders, of course, are the event companies, which have trust in us and want to take our students. And one is our students who take admission, paying fees, keeping a full faith on us. So deliver to both of them. There's also one cute thing which I want to tell you.
Yeah,
We have what we say very negative and ruthless competition. So we have to face that also.
okay. Okay, sir. So moving on to our next question. What are some of the plans that you are currently designing for NIM's international affairs?
See, internationally, we are right now not very big, but still, we have a tie-up with IFEA and many other international bodies, including India also, at Club of India and CII and many others. But internationally, we want more ties up. Our students still go on events abroad, distance wedding and many other things, but it is still less to my satisfaction. We would like to improve on that. And we would like to learn from the foreigners that we have to be punctual, which
Okay.
Indian
Yeah.
events are not, and take the Indian events to the world.
Okay.
We
sir.
are already there.
Yeah. Yeah, sir. So moving on, this brings us to the last question, and moving on over there. What would be the suggestions that you would like to give to the current youth and the aspiring students?
Yes. The current youth, if I analyze them in short, very intelligent, very focused, very sweet-natured, very nice, but quite a bit indifferent. They're caught with the net, no, of course, in the mobile.
Yeah, sir.
But anyhow, they are very sweet people. I would tell them to be honest to themselves first. Always deliver to your customers. I mean, in events, we don't call them customers, clients. Deliver to your clients. Be honest to them. Be honest to your close ones. Be honest to your friends, mainly your family. Be thankful to God and your parents that they've given you. Don't give any false promises. Under promise and over deliver. And finally, keep the Indian flag flying on the world arena in events. God bless you all. Love you all.
Thank you so much, sir. This was
Thank you very
an insightful session. So everyone,
It was a pleasure talking to you, son.
yeah, sir. So everyone, this was Dr. Hoshi Bhiwandiwala, Dean and Director of NIEM, on the episode of Thoughtful Leaders, initiated by under Thoughts on Education by collegedunya.com. Thank you very much for giving us your time speaking to us amidst your busy schedule. We look forward to interact with you again, sir.
My
Thank you so
pleasure.
much. Thank you so much, sir.